Okay, there is a proposed date for the beginning of a resumption of Nigerian Professional Football League matches. I mean, the proposed date flying around happens to be September 2nd, sent to different clubs. But what we're hearing is it's more like consultation with clubs to see if they're going to accept that date. So it's not tentative at all. It's just a proposal.
It's a proposal. And I can confirm authoritatively that last night, after this proposal was made on their WhatsApp group, they were debating about it. And at this morning, what the feelers were getting is that the club chairmen are rejecting that date. If you look at it from their angle, it's going to be very tough on the teams playing 2 matches a week plus the ITO Cup, which is it's going to be crazy. The other part is that the CAF had said that you should submit the names of your representatives by October. And the latest proposal now by the club chairman is that they advise the LMC to ensure they move it maybe a month further and then see how we're going to spread this. It's unfortunate we've lost some weeks already. We're already talking about why the league did not go on during the World Cup. But the answer was very simple. I mean, all the club chairmen were in Russia. The LMC,
they're not the ones
the
playing the
LMC
football. The players
chairman
are
was
the
in
ones, the
Russia.
coaches and all that.
But they have to be on the national train now, the delegation now.
Judge,
I get
looking at all this, it's obvious that, the key parties, key figures need time. But who do you think needs it more, the officials or the players? Because the officials do have a role to play. There's issues about salaries, there are issues about all the little things behind the scenes to ensure that players are okay. And you're looking at the time, today's 23, you want to start just about 11 days. So who needs the time more?
I think the officials. When it comes to money, most of the clubs are government-owned. So,
Hold on.
and I know that government...
When there's no provision for this season.
Before.
Really?
That's what it means.
See, the problem about Nigerian football sometimes is that we need to always plan ahead. We need to look at when the LMC decided to go for a break. What was the plan? What was the date of resumption? I know all the Giwa thing came up and it probably set us back a few weeks.
6
but
weeks.
You should have been able to decipher or think about what to immediately do. The clubs were not prepared for this extension. The clubs did not force Giwa to go to court and cause all this. So the other ones, hardest hit. They need to prepare for the team financially. State-owned teams receive their subvention.
You still haven't answered my question. I mean, is a whole season?
No, I'm answering his question. He says, who needs more time? Who needs to prepare? The players, I'm aware, of course, some of the teams play regularly, friendly games. But the management, the officials needed more to prepare their team financially.
Were there no provision at the beginning of the season? Because this is not the new season we're talking about.
Did they expect that they would stay out this long without playing football?
They were not playing football. If there was money made available for the whole season, the money will still be there.
It doesn't happen the whole season. No, the state governments do not release money for the whole season like that too.
Okay.
Sometimes they give you 3 months.
Okay,
they will not give you another 3 months.
Okay.
Or they give you at the end of the month. Or give you 5 months later.
We are used to clearing
that is how it is.
So the money won't come.
Yeah, so it won't come. They need to start pressing now, and it will take them a long time. You can't give them a notice of less than 2 weeks? September 2nd is going to...
When memos will still go around.
When memos are going around. And when state governments are doing campaign at this point.
Yeah, you want money.
Now we get the gist. Okay, now let's look at that. If it's going to happen, I mean, what the clubs are really not happy. They proposed a league fixture. This is what it's looking like if it's starting on September 2nd.
Is the big word.
Yeah, if it's going to be like this, they have the midweek 5th, 9th, and just take a look at it. There is no break, so you're having weekends and midweek from now. Like it's a marathon from now till October 28th. That's when the season will end. And if you check in between this time, they're going to try to fit in the ITO Cup, and that's why Sheudiko sent us this message saying that's talking about the chairman of the league management company, saying that they're actually consulting with the various clubs to agree on the most ideal program to start and conclude the league as soon as possible so as they can meet the CAF deadline, as well as also harmonize the ITO Cup program within the league program. And this is what it's looking like. If you're talking about meeting a CAF deadline, I mean, by October, you should have a champion, and that's why they're trying to do this crash program. It's a crash program. So what's the ideal situation right now? Because that's what he said they actually do it. And the thing is, they want to meet CAF deadline. Why not write to CAF to actually shift their own deadline?
That is the first thing to do. CAF, we have a peculiar situation. You know what happened in the country.
It's not easy for
We're trying to, the leadership tussle and all that. Please give us so extension. That's number one. And then secondly, sit down with the guys. Okay, I've gotten extension from CAF.
This is the
How
amount
can
of
we
time
do
we
this?
have,
I mean, I hail Shehu Diko for going straight to it and, you know, proposing that date. This sets the tone for further deliberation. So I think they should get to reach a compromise.
As soon as possible.
Yeah, today we hear they're meeting online again today. It might be very tough to get all of them together, but if they need to do that, I think Shehu Diko needs to facilitate that, get everybody together, and let them have that extraordinary meeting or emergency meeting, as it were, and sort this out. The league needs to go on.
It needs to start.
Yeah.
It needs to start.
It's even sad that, you know, the number of representatives on the continent
has been reduced.
It has been reduced. So imagine if CAF tell us that, look, if you don't meet this deadline, we don't have any Nigerian.
Give your slot to someone else.
Give it away. Then next season you come back when you're ready.
Imagine.
It can just, maybe that might just be what we're looking at.
Well, Amaju Pinnick is there. He's the number 2 man in CAF, so he will help us.
All right. But do the right thing. That's what football is always saying. You see why they said don't take football cases to court, because it's going to delay the whole process. And players will be the ones to suffer.
That's it.
I hope people are listening and wondering and see if they can actually, you know, stop this whole thing.
Okay. All right. It's laughable, but the players are not smiling, seriously. So we need to sort this out and ensure that all things are going according to plan.
Time to look at the papers. Argument stop now, right? Okay. Yemi, you're starting?
There was no argument. All right, let's take a look at the papers now. First one for review today is Sporting Life. A lot of interesting stories there. You have the one about the headline, Mikel pulls out. That's interesting. Talking about the game, Nigeria and Seychelles. On September 7, battle against Seychelles. Eagles to play on synthetic turf. You have other stories there, some of the ones we've already talked about. Get Out to release Eagles list on Friday. That's on the bottom strip. A lot of interesting stories, but which one gets you talking, George?
The list, though. We haven't really, you know, looked at the players that
may or may not.
Yeah, that maybe Raw has forgiven, in quotes.
Was he upset with some?
Yeah, we were hearing feelers like, now Mikel has pulled out. We're also hearing feelers that Ihalo might not be on that list. So, but it's just from somewhere.
You know, we'll wait for Friday, right? To get the full gist.
Yeah, but we can always predict.
Yeah, predict the guys that will be there.
You know, who was left out. Kyle Delaney,
you seem to have an idea, so tell me some of the players you feel
are you sure we have time?
Yeah, just tell me. 2 minutes.
Players that will be off.
That will be off, and the ones that in and out.
I'm thinking, based on what I saw in Russia, let me talk about the players that might not get a look in anymore.
Okay.
I think Onazi
won't get a look in.
Will not.
Okay, will not.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that Edison and Chedule.
Okay, will not.
Will not.
Okay.
I know their agents are listening to me now. I think that John Ogu, of course, will be given a look in.
Okay. Yeah. So we have 2 that are out already.
Yeah. Mikel has stylishly exempted himself.
You said you also heard about Odion Igalo too?
I heard about Odion.
Okay, so that's 4 players now.
Yeah, so let's stop there. And then, you know, of course, Victor Moses, who definitely, even as Raw is trying to toast him, he'll still be out of this game. That's for sure.
We know that for sure. He doesn't like playing games like that. Let's go to Sporting Sun. It's still all about the AFCON 2019 qualifier. Raw to release Eagles list on Friday. Opens camp in Abuja September 1st. And Lewandowski says he belongs to Bayern Munich. Uzor heads to relegated. Would this be a good one for him?
Uzor? Well, I don't know. Where else?
He just wants to be number 1. Okay. All right, we'll see. Pogba ponders Barcelona move. This story won't go away at all. And Real Madrid offers final bid for Hazard. Who is going to leave? Pogba leaving United? Hazard leaving for...
One is more likely.
Yeah. Man. The asking price now for Hazard is so much. I don't know who can match that. We're hearing about 300 million. So I think it's even easier for Pogba to leave
than for Hazard
right now.
Okay.
Hazard seems to be, after the first 2 games, seems to have started enjoying himself again in Chelsea.
And he was playing free. Iwobi says Emery is better than Wenger. Did you really say this? I'm not sure.
Last
one complete sport here. Iwobi says it's exciting times at Arsenal. Probably this was what he said. Raw in Spets, Amanda Bello Stadium, and
because he got to go.
Okay.
And assist. Well, I think he played really well in that game against Chelsea.
Okay. And Everton demanding 22.5 million for Onyekuru. Okay.
Where's that story coming from?
It's on complete sport. I didn't write it.
We'll wait until that is done. But well, one thing going on for him is that he's a young lad, so his resale value will be high. As against when you buy a player who's almost near in the prime, you know that you can actually make so much money from him. So yeah, I could believe this in a way. But we all know sometimes our colleagues can exaggerate things.
All over the world, actually. Our colleagues
all over the world, not
all over the world.
That's right.
Okay, Chelsea would listen to Alonso's offer, so he's staying.
Well, good for Alonso.
Yeah,
good for Chelsea.
Yeah, it's good for Chelsea.
Good for Chelsea. That guy's been a driver of sorts. If you saw him in the last game, then you know that. And we said congratulations in advance to Arsene Wenger.
Okay.
He's going to be receiving the highest honor in Liberia.
Congratulations to him, big coach. Yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
Judge, I want to thank you for your time on the show
today.
Thank you
very much as well.
Hopefully we'll do this again some other time.
That's true.
All right. Thank you for allowing us to be a part of your day. We do hope you've enjoyed what we did today. We're going to do it again tomorrow. Bye-bye now.
And I'm Cecilia Mogbe. Thanks for watching.